Hey, good morning. My name is Bart, and I'm one of the global partners for Twin Lakes Church. And I came in from Zambia for World Outreach Week. And it is my honor and privilege to be able to share a little something with you today. Recently in my own life, I've been studying this section of scripture, and I want to read a portion of it to you. It comes from Matthew chapter 9. It's talking about Jesus and his ministry, and it says, Jesus traveled through all the towns and villages of that area, teaching in the synagogues and announcing the good news about the kingdom. And he healed every kind of disease and illness, and he saw the crowds. He had compassion. He had compassion on them because they were confused and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. And he said to his disciples, the harvest is great, but the workers are few. So pray to the Lord who is in charge of the harvest. Ask him to send more workers into the field. Now, that last section, it's been like a rallying cry for missionaries and churches. I mean, for as long as I've been in church. And I've heard it so often, and it's true. The fields are ready and the workers are needed. And the thing that has caught my attention most recently about this is this word. In the middle of those verses that I read, there was this word, and it was Jesus had compassion on them. And I had to ask myself a question, a real serious question. Do I have compassion for people? It might be easy to say, oh yeah, you've got compassion. You live in Zambia, and of course you're working in another area where it's hard to live and all of these problems. The thing is I have to say, what does compassion actually mean? Now, if I tried to read the Greek word to you, there's no way I can even say it, so I won't. But the actual meaning of that word is like a deep feeling inside of your stomach, or maybe we would say inside of our heart. Inside of our heart, like deep. That is the compassion that Jesus saw when he saw those people suffering and when he saw those people hurting. That is the compassion that he had. Now, as a missionary, I have to ask myself a question, and I'm asking you to ask yourself a question. When's the last time you had compassion for someone? I had to think about it. 2 weeks ago, I got a call from my mom on FaceTime, and she said, hey, I think you better talk to your dad. He's not doing very well. I talked to him on the phone. I really wouldn't say it's talking. He's really was at the time really sick. Didn't look like he was going to make it even a couple days. He kind of murmured just a couple of words. I could see the pain on his face. I could see the tears in his eyes as he was trying to communicate with me. I got off that phone and I laid there in bed, and I just had tears coming down. And my stomach was hurting and I couldn't sleep. And I thought to myself, a few days later, I think I was having compassion. That was the understanding of compassion. So the question that we need to be asking ourselves is this: do we have that kind of compassion for the people around us who are lost, who are hurting, who need Jesus? Do we have that kind of compassion? Do we really have compassion like Jesus? You see, I might be a missionary in Africa, and more importantly, you're a missionary right here. You're a missionary in your home. You're a missionary at work. You're a missionary with the people that you're around every day. And so, friends, I'm asking you to think today, do you have compassion for the lost and for the people that are hurting all around us like Jesus did?